because my phone decided to bloody restart for whatever fucking reason. I have no idea why it decided to restart. Good fucking grief, like after that 8 minutes or whatever. It's ridiculous. I don't know what part it had to restart at. Movie back. But basically I've been trying to attach this. Right. The second one, the third plan is to attach these together, but only attach one nut for now. Right. Aye. All the way around. Fucking hell. So it's not to attach the nut. Basically I'm going to attach it but not screw it in. So simply just keep it together. This feels loose. Keep it together. Right. $2041A and A with these curvy bit things. Two of them. 2252 will be this, and 3332 will be this. 3332. So I have to touch these. Okay. And of course the more one in the flower above me is being a complete and utter trunk. Okay. Do that thing. Right, I need to touch these. Right. These I'm guessing are these small bolts. Here. Looks like I have to make the holes on the other end line up. Let's just make sure I have it all lined up. before tightening the nuts. Come on, play ball. Don't be kidding me. There's another. Didn't found it this time. Yes, it should be lined up. So let's use that. Right. No, do not arse around. Right. That's a third piece together. Fifth one. Right. Need two of those. And this. These two greens. And I'm guessing two of these. And before I forget, I got a bottle of vodka. I won at the Works raffle, which I shall take. And I've had Smirnoff Ice before, but not normal Smirnoff vodka. So I don't have a shot glass either. So I got this metal mini camp mug. So yeah. Okay. Let's attach these green thingamabobs to the bolts. I'm not entirely sure where the orange ones go. To be fair. This. So okay. Right. Usual governs. Let's curve your. Do the same for the other side. Bolt nut. on, you fucker. Come on. There we go. The usual gubbins. Again. This is all that magnetic. Don't do that. Thank you very much. And these out. Then bend them back in this one. Really? Oh well. Attach cabin to chassis. That's to this. Okay. Kind of looks like this is attached to the bottom as well. But I'm not entirely sure. Okay, I think I figure it out. It needs to be like that. Right. The diagram wants the bolt going that way, but I don't think that's going to work. No, I need that to be going the opposite direction, I'm sure. Fucking fiddly bastard. And then this whole thing's fiddly. that was the screwdriver. That's the first bit is this with the, well, it's on the diagram, it's green, but I've got orange. I do this and like so. Come on. Right. Come on. Right. Come on, work with me. Can you just bloody work with me? Screwdriver. Someone can't fucking drive, apparently, if you heard the honking. Right. Next part. Bend and bolt sidebars into place, which would be these to be right here. How they expect anyone to do this, I don't know. I really don't. Not do that one. Thank you. That one and that. This is bloody tricky as all heck. Oh, fuck you. How these for kids would be able to do this. I don't know. What is the age range? Not under 3s. An 8 and 8 plus. Fucking hell. That's the best I can do with that. Bloody hell. Move you out of the way. Right, wants me to attach the seat now. People setting off fireworks, even though it's 10:36. Thank fuck I'm not working tomorrow. that. Attach the wheels. Be these flat thingamabobs. Right. Do that and same for the other wheel. Pin it arse. Of course. Attach bollocks, yes. Put that down for now. Seriously, people are setting fireworks at this so bloody soon. It's ridiculous. Turn that around because this is then because this particular one is loose again. To be fair, I'm surprised this took me so little time. And how am I supposed to attach this little bloody thing onto that? Looks like I'm going to use the pliers. There we go. Fucking hell. Well, 40 minutes, well, 50 minutes, 40-ish, 45 minutes. Well, actually 40 minutes. So I could do that. Because, as they say, 35 minutes, considering I have to wait for my phone to restart itself. Bloody hell. The other two talk about an hour. Bugging me. Let's take the ears, sorry for the mess. Take these and put them on the shelves. Into the dark, here we go. Oh, light. You there. You there. Bloody hell. Stay. Let's grab these two. And I need to take the recycling down. Put these down here. Alright. Put those there. Maybe put these up here for now. But besides, he's still there, still living here. Don't know why he's not buggered off yet. Then again, let's move you guys around. Maybe have these guys sitting. Oh, you drunk fuck. Back here, maybe. Let's get the tin they came in. Oh, yeah. Once I have those up, once I painted the wall and those up, maybe I'll have these up on this shelf, on those shelves, yeah. Let's have Snufkin up there. Elephant that used to belong to my grandmother there. But duck, where shall, don't know, maybe duck shall live on the Karate Kid, at least for now. Yeah, lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. To do the drink. Hey. Oh yeah. I did take down the 3.5 Christmas tree I had standing there. It's down. Got the 6-foot one still up for now. It'll be down tomorrow. Okay, let me shove you here without having the power button turned off. Let's put these loose stuff into one of these bags. Or should we put these into the actual thing? To the tin can. Because by the time I don't need them anymore. I don't need them out. Back and forth, back and forth. If the handle to the swing falls off, you know why. Right, put you there, swing you about to be like so. Hello. Don't know how the picture is. Let's go. Right. Before I was thinking that would take much longer than it did. So yeah. Hello. The mail was up, by the way. It's been up for quite a while. For a few weeks now. Surprisingly, it's not falling down. Just don't tell some people that it's not in the centre properly. Like 7 inches there, I think. Or 6 inches there. So it's not clearly centred. Just don't tell the people. Some for my burst of blood vessel. So yeah, let's put the pliers things up in here. Let's move the table out of the way. That's our table. Let's see. Okay, now. Yeah, perfect alignment. Could be like, could be a bit lower. Let's try that. Groovy. And I'm sure you didn't want to see that. Me adjusting me trousers. Gonna have some cola. See if there's only one person watching it, that's probably me. Anyway. Should do yours a coaster. Yeah. I did buy some time ago this Glasgow Mapping the City by John Moore. So if I ever get around to actually able to do the neighbourhoods of Glasgow, it's going to help. Hopefully, anyway. Where's the other book? Right, there it is. The Little Book of Glasgow by Jeff Holder. Used for the Glasgow tours, the top rockers. Let's see. Bells Hills Teenagers Fan Club had 4 albums in the top 100, more than any other artists. Tiger Milk, the first album of Bell and Sebastian, was recorded at Stowe College in '96 as part of the music course attended by the group. Glasgow Hi-Fi manufacturer Lynn Electronics sponsored the first recording of the Blue Nile. Interesting stuff. I've been slowly going through all this, you know. Just... Aye. Let's do that. Come on. Let's see, per new device. That. TY Powered keyboard. Apparently someone's got a TV Samsung 5 series on. Let's try that. I've got the capsule con. Let's see. See. Probably misspelled a word or two there, but hey, yeah. Apparently, got 2 people watching. Hello. One of them's definitely me. Okay. Now just one person. Oh well, who cares? Ooh, blowing gas. Speaking of which, I lost my glasses. My eyes are definitely getting tired. Aye. Let's see. Right, patio door is open. When I say patio door, I mean balcony door. I don't have a patio at all. Just get some cold air in, because I bloody well need it. sure I heard a bloody rat somewhere. Probably outside. Dirty git, I tell you. So yeah, I do need to get this particular blanket cleaned. I did when I was homeless, so it's overdue for a good cleaning. Don't know if I can do that myself. Don't want to try it for obvious reasons, and just in case someone's wondering, I do have some water. I would love to show you the view, but I don't want to show off where I live. Can't wait until I can get some deck chairs and a table out there on that balcony. Might do a video, a live stream out there. If I do, I'm really happy that I got the Christmas tree all lit up for the final turn this year. Let's twirl that around to be there. So I've got this stuff to be actually do. Like all you see is my legs and such. But there you go. Those are still wet. Let's put those there. And just for tomorrow. Well, I have one more hour to go for New Year's. And I've got here to be back. Good thing I have this. Because quite frankly, it's quite annoying to have it on the back. Don't know if you can hear the people talking outside. I might as well try the vodka. Not be enough. Because I don't want to overdo it. A drink I might not like. I probably won't like. Yeah. Nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, it's okay, but I don't like it. Then again, I don't either like any alcohol, really. I mean, I can tolerate it if need to. Configure. Okay. What alcohol percentage is this anyway? 37.5%. That's it. Since I've got the Coca-Cola. I think the cola actually makes it a little bit more tolerable, but nah, not really my vibe, really. People say this spat so on me bloody on, because my old beard and moustache and all that jazz. So yeah, let's actually bring that down a little bit more. Aye. Could do getting this sofa done up, because that side, I've been sitting on and it's been sort of a dimple, and because this side, it's pretty much done the same, because that's where I sat for most of the time until I got the computer desk and chair. And when that computer died, we all started sitting here, So yeah. So when I get the money, when I get the money, this is definitely going to be one of the first things for me to actually do, to actually fix up. Because it's supposed to be like a bed that, back folds down and people can sleep on it. Aye. So yeah. Just another year, another New Year's Eve alone, miserable on my own. Can't afford maybe Judy or whatever be coming in and saying, "Hi, how are you?" But no. If not often I get to see Judy's name pop up in the comments section of any video, let alone live stream. I'm guessing the old girls are rather busy, especially on New Year's Eve. I think she's in the 50s, I think. I don't know. I mean 21. Yeah, 21. Aye, still got that bit of cough. Aye. Nice to have that balcony door open. Keep on calling it a patio door. In a sense, it is a patio door for a balcony. Anyway. Well, since I'm live streaming, might as well get a Treasure Island book. I haven't really read this book since the last year I read it. Right, it was chapter 3. Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. And yes, it is in the public domain. At least, yeah. Chapter 3, The Black Spot. About noon, I stopped at the captain's door with some cooling drinks and medicine. He was laying very much as we had left him, only a little higher, and he seemed both weak and excited. "Jim," he said, "you're the only one here that's worth anything, and you know I've been always good to you. Never a month, but I've given you a silver 4-penny for yourself. And now you see, mate, I'm pretty low and deserted by all, and Jim, you'll bring me one noggin of rum now, won't you, matey?" The doctor, I began, but he broke into cursing the doctor in a feeble voice. "But hardly. Doctors is all swabs. The doctor is all swabs," he said. "And that doctor there, why, what do... Bloody fireworks. What do we know about seafaring men? I've been in places hot as pitch, and mates dropping around with Yellow Jack, and the blessed land heaving like the sea with earthquakes. What the doctor know of lands like that? And I lived on rum, I tell you. It's been meat and drink and man and wife to me. And if I'm not to have me rum now, I'm a poor hulk on a lee shore. My bloody be on you. My blood'll be on you, Jim, and that Dr. Swab." He ran on again for a while with curses. "Look, Jim, how my fingers fidget," he continued in the pleading tone. "I can't keep 'em still, not I. I haven't had I dropped this blessed day. That doctor's a fool, I tell you. If I don't have a drink of rum, Jim, I'll have the horrors. I seen some on 'em already. I seen all the flint in the corner there, behind you, as plain as print. I see him, and if I get the horrors, I'm a man that has lived rough and always keen. Your doctor himself had sent one glass wouldn't hurt me. I'll give you a good greenier for a knocking, Jim." He was growing more and more excited, and this alarmed me for my father, who was very low that day and needed quiet. Besides, I was reassured by the doctor's words now quoted to me, and rather offended by the word for a bribe. "I want none of your money. I said, but what you owe my father? I'll get you one glass and no more. When I brought it to him, he seized it greedily and drank it out. Aye, aye, he said. Aye, aye, he said. That's some better, and sure enough. And now, matey, did the doctor say how long I was to lay here in this odd berth? A week at least, said I. Thunder, he cried. A week? I can't do that. They didn't have the black spot on me by then. The lobber's going about to get the wind of me this blessed moment. The lubbers as couldn't keep what they got and what to nail what is another's. Is that seemingly behaviour now? I want to know, but I'm a saving soul. Let's turn it down because it can hear me. So talk through the phone speakers. I never wasted good money on mine, nor lost it neither. And I'll take him again. I'm not afraid of them on them. I'll shake out another reef, matey, and daddy him again. As he was thus speaking, he had risen from bed with great difficulty, holding to my shoulder with a grip that almost made me cry out, moving his legs like so much dead weight. His words, muted as they were in meaning, contrasted sadly with the weakness of the voice in which they were uttered. But he paused when he had got into a sitting position on the edge. The doctor's done me, he murmured. Hit me ears is singing, lay me back. Before I could do much to help him, he had fallen again to his former place, where he lay for a while sound. Jim, he said at length, you saw that seafaring man today? Black dog, I asked. Ah, black dog, says he. He's a bad un, but there's worse that put him on. Now if I can't get away nowhere, and they take me the black spot, mind you. It's my old sea chest they're after you get on a horse, you can't you? Well then, you get on a horse and go to, well yes I will, to that eternal Dr. Swab and tell him the pipe all hands, magistrates and such, and he'll lay you aboard at the Admiral Benbow. All Orphan's crew, man and boy, all on that's left. All of them on that's left. I was first mate, I was. Orphan's first mate. And I am the only one who has known the place. He gave it to me to Savannah when he lay dying. Like as if I was to now, you see. But you won't peach unless they get the black spot on me, or unless you see the black dog again, or a seafaring man with one leg, Jim, him above all. But what is the black spot, Captain? I asked. Nah, that's a summons, mate. I'll tell you if they get that. I'll tell you if they get that. But you keep your wary eye open, Jim, and I'll share with you equals upon my honour. Bloody hell. He wondered a little longer, his voice grown weaker, but soon after I had given him his medicine, which he took like a child with a remark, if I ever asked Simon wanted dogs, it's me. He fell at least into a heavy swoon like sleep in which I left him. What I should have done, all gone. What I should have done, all gone, in which I left him. Which I should have done had all gone well, I do not know. Probably I should have told the whole story to the doctor, for I was in mortal fear lest the captain should repent for his confessions and make an end of me. But as things fell out, my poor father died quite suddenly that evening, which put all other matters on one side. Our natural distress, the visitors of the neighbours, the arranging of the funeral, and all the work of the inn to be carried on in the meanwhile, kept me so busy that I had scarcely time to think of the captain, far less to be afraid of him. He got downstairs next morning, to be sure, and had his meals as usual, though he ate little and had more. I am afraid than his usual supply of rum, for he helped himself out of the bar, squalling and blowing through his nose, and no one dared to cross him. On the night before the funeral, he was as drunk as ever, and was shocking in that house of mourning to hear him singing away at his ugly sea song. What weak as he was, he was all in the fear of death for him, and the doctor was suddenly taken up with a case of many miles away, and was never near the house after my father's death. I have said the captain was weak, and indeed he seemed rather to grow weaker and then regain his strength. He clambered up and downstairs, and sometimes put his nose out of doors to smell the sea, holding on to the walls as he went for support, and breathing hard and fast like a man on a steep mountain even. He never particularly addressed me, and it is my belief he had as good as forgotten his confessions. But his temper was more flighty, and allowing for his bodily weakness, more violent than ever. He had an alarming way now when he was drunk of drowning his cutlass and laying it bare before him on the table. But with all that, he minded people less, and seemed shut up in his thoughts, and rather wondering. Once, for instance, to our extreme wonder, he piped up to a different air, a kind of country love song that he must have learned in his youth before he began to follow the sea. Yeah, so things passed into the day after the funeral, and about 3 o'clock of a bitter, foggy, frosty afternoon, I was standing at the door for a moment, full of sad thoughts about my father, when I saw someone drawing slowly near along the road. He was plainly blind, for he tapped it before him with a stick, and wore a great green shade over his eyes and nose, and he was hunched as if with age or weakness, and wore a huge old tattered sea cloak with a hood that made him appear pos- pos- positively deformed. I never saw him alive a more dreadful looking figure. He stopped a little far from the inn, and raising his voice in an old sing-song, addressing the air in front of him. Will any kind friend for me a poor blind man who has lost a precious set of his eyes in the gracious defence of his native country, England, and God bless King George, where or in what part of this country he may now be. You, you are at the Admiral Benbow, Black Hill Cove, my good man, said I. I hear a voice, he said. A young voice, will you give me your hand, my kind young friend, and lead me in? I held out my hand, and the horrible, soft-spoken, eyeless creature gripped it in a moment like a vice. I was so much startled that I struggled to withdraw, but the blind man pulled me close up to him with a single action of his arm. "Now, boy," he said, "take me to the captain." "Sir," said I, upon my word I dare not." "Oh," he sneered, "that's it. Take me in straight or I'll break out your arm." And he gave it as he spoke a wrench that made me cry out. "Sir, sir," said I, it is for yourself, I mean. The captain is not what he seemed to be. He sits with a drawn cutlass, another gentleman. Come now, march, interrupted he, and I never heard a voice so cruel and cold and ugly as that blind man's. It cowed, it cowed me more than the pain, and I began to obey him at once, walking straight into the door and towards the parlour, where our sickled buccaneer was sitting, dazed with rum. The blind man, clung close to me, holding me in one iron fist, and leaning almost more of his weight on me than I could carry. "Lead me straight to him, and when I'm in view, cry out, 'Here's a friend for you, Bill. If you don't, I'll do this.'" And with that he gave me a twitch that I thought would have made me faint. Between this and that, I was so utterly terrified of the blind beggar that I forgot my terror of the captain, and as I opened the parlour door and cried out the words he ordered in a trembling voice, the poor captain raised his eyes, and at one look the rum went out of him and left him staring sober. The expression of his face was not so much of terror as of mortal sickness. He made a movement to rise, but I do not believe he had enough force left in his body. "Now, Bill, sit where you are," said the beggar. "If I can't see, I can hear her fingers stirring. Business is business. Hold out your right hand. Boy, take his right hand by the wrist and bring it near to my right." We both obeyed him to the letter, and I saw him pass something from the hollow of his hand that held this stick into the palm of the captain's. which closed upon it instantly. No, and now that's done, said the blind man, and at the words he suddenly left hold of me, and with incredible accuracy, nimbulousness, skipped out of the parlour and into the road, where, as I still stood motionless, I could hear his stick go tap, tap, tapping in the distance. It was some time before either I or the captain seemed to gather our senses, but at the length and at the same moment I realised his wrist, which I was still holding, and he drew in his hand, looking sharply into the palm. 10 o'clock, he cried. 6 hours. We'll do them yet. And he sprang to his feet. Even as he did so, he reeled, put his hand to his foot, stood swaying for a moment, and with a peculiar sound it fell from his whole height, face foremost to the floor. I ran to him at once, calling to my mother, but haste was all in vain. The captain had been struck dead by thundering apoplexy, whatever that is, and people setting off fireworks again. It's only 11:30 for Pete's sake. Well, it is a curious thing to understand, for I had certainly never liked the man, though of late I had begun to pity him. But as soon as I saw that he was dead, I burst into a flood of tears. This is what I'm reading. It was the second death I had known. The sorrow of the first was still fresh in my heart. Chapter 4, The Sea Chest. I lost no time, of course, in telling my mother all that I knew, and perhaps should have told her long before. And we saw ourselves at once in a difficult and dangerous position. Some of the man's money, if he had any, was certainly due to us, but it was not likely that our captain's shipmates, above all the two specimens seen by me, Black Dog and the Blind Beggar, which would be included, to give up their booty in payment of the dead man's debt. The captain's order to mount at once and write for Dr. Livesey would have left my mother alone and unprotected, which was not to be thought of. Indeed, it seemed impossible for either of us to remain much longer in this house. The fall of coals and in the kitchen grate, the very ticking of the clock filled us with alarm. The neighbourhood to our ears seemed haunted by approaching footsteps, and what between the dead body of the captain on the parlour floor and the thoughts of the detestable blind beggar hovering near at hand and ready to turn, there were moments when, as the saying goes, I jumped in my skin for terror. Something most speedily be resolved upon, and it occurred to us at last to go forth together and seek help in the neighbouring hamlet. No sooner said than done. Barehanded as we were, we ran out at once in the gathering evening and the frosty fog. The hamlet lay not many hundred yards away, though though out of view on the other side of the next cove, and greatly, what greatly encouraged me, it was in an opposed direction from that whence the blind man had made his appearance, and whether he was presumably returned. Uh, we were not many minutes on the road, though we sometimes stopped to lay hold of each other and hearken. But there was no unusual sound, nothing but the low wash of the ripple and the crouching of the crows in the wood. It was already candlelit light when we reached the hamlet, and I shall never forget how much I was cheered to see the yellow shine in the doors and windows. Well, that, as it proved, was the best of the help we were likely to get in that quarter, for you would have thought men would have been ashamed of themselves. No soul would consent to return with us to the Admiral Benbow. The more we told of our troubles, the more man, woman, and child they clung to the shelter of their houses. The name of Captain Flint, though it was strange to me, was well enough known to some there, and carried a great weight of terror. Some of the men who had been to field work on the far side of the Admiral Benbow remembered, besides, to have seen several strangers on the road and talking to them to be smugglers, to have bolted away, and one at least have seen a little lugger in what we called Kit's Hole. For that matter, anyone who was comrade of the captain's was enough to frighten them to death. And the short and the long of the matter was that while we could get several who were willing enough to ride to Dr. Livesey's, which lay in the middle, in another direction even, not one would help us defend the inn. They say cowardice is infectious, but then argument is, on the other hand, a great emboldiner. And so when each had said his say, my mother made them a speech. She declined lose money that belonged to her fatherless boy. What time is it now? 11:36. About 25 minutes to midnight. If none of the rest of you dare, she said, Jim and I dare. Back where we will go, the way we came, and small thanks to you, big, hulking, chicken-hearted men. We'll have that chest open if we die for it, and I'll thank you for that bag, Mrs. Closely, to bring back our lawful money in. Of course, I said I would go with my mother, and of course they all cried out at our foolhardiness. But even then, not a man would go along with us. All they would do was to give me a loaded pistol, lest we were attacked, and to promise to have horses ready saddled, in case we were pursued on our return, while one lad was to ride forward to the doctors in search of armed assistance. My heart was beating finely when we had to set forth In the cold night upon this dangerous venture, a full moon was beginning to rise and peered readily through the upper edges of the fog, and this increased our haste, for it was plain before we came forth again, and that all would be as bright as day, and departure exposed to the eyes of any watchers. We slipped along the hedges, noiseless and swift, nor did we see or hear anything to increase our terrors, till, to our huge relief, the door of the Admiral Admiral Benbow had been closed behind us. I slipped the boat at once, and we stood and panted for a moment in the dark, alone in the house with the dead captain's body. Then my mother got a candle in the bar, and holding each other's hands, we advanced into the parlour. He lay as we had left him, on his back with his eyes open and one arm stretched out. Draw down the blinds, Jim. Yeah, draw down the blinds, Jim, whispered my mother. They might come and watch outside. And now, she said when I had done so, we have to get the key off that, and who's to touch it? I should like to know. I would like to know. I should like to know. And she gave a kind of sob as she said the words. I went down on my knees at once on the floor close to his hand. There was a little round paper blackened on the one side. I could not doubt that this was the black spot, and taking it up, I found writing on the other side in a very good, clear hand. In this short message, you'll have till 10 to midnight. You'll have till 10 to night. He had till 10, mother, said I, just as I said it, our old clock's been striking. This sudden noise startled us shockingly. The news was good. It was only 6. Now, Jim, she said, that key. I felt in his pockets, one after another, a few small coins, a thimble, and some thread, and big needles, a piece of pigtail, tobacco bitten away at the end, his gully with the crooked hand, a pocket compass, and a tinderbox were all that they contained, and I began to despair. Perhaps it's round his neck, suggested mother. Overcoming a strong repugnance, I tore open his shirt at the neck, and there, sure enough, hanging to a bit of terry string, which I cut with his own gully, we found the key. At this triumph, we were filled with hope and hurried upstairs without delay to the little room where he had slept so long, and where his box had stood since the day his arrival. It was like any other seaman's chest on the outside. The initial B burned into the top of it with a hot iron, and the corner somewhat smashed and broken as by long rough usage. Give me the key, said my mother, and though the lock was very stiff, She had turned it and thrown back the lid in a twinkling. A strong smell of tobacco and tar rose from the interior, but nothing was to be seen on top except a suit of very good clothes, carefully brushed and folded. They had never been worn, my mother said. Under that, the miscellany began. A quadrant, a tin cannikin, several sticks of tobacco, two braces of very handsome pistols, a piece of bar silver, an old Spanish watch, and some other trinkets of little value and mostly of foreign make. A pair of compasses mounted with brass, and 5 or 6 curious West Indian shells. It was often set me thinking, since he should have carried about these shells with him in his wadding, godly and haunted life. Okay. Hello, Moon. How are you? It's about 1:45 here in the UK. Just poured myself a drink of vodka and some Coke. And I've been reading this for the past 40 minutes or so out loud, since it's in the public domain. Am I excited for the new year? I don't know. I doubt anything will change, but it'd be nice to see if anything does change. Happy New Year's Eve, Malloy Rodriguez. Always have a trouble with that last name. Where are you two from anyway? And there's a firework. Okay. So you two are married, eh? So where are you two from? The US or here in the UK or elsewhere? Mexico. Rodriguez is a common Mexican last name, I suspect. The only person I really know that last name is Michelle Rodriguez. Super common. Okay. So it's pretty much like a Smith or Jones. Are you two celebrating anything this Christmas Eve? Or are you just going to have an early night? What a quinkadink. I had a pizza for me dinner as well. I mean, it was a frozen pizza, but hell, a pizza's a pizza. A pizza is a pizza. Words. I'm blooming tired. Thank you. Do like the good school. Yeah. The bandana is from Amazon, and this is from like one of those budget shops, Poundland. Well, good quality though, good quality. I don't know if you can hear the fireworks going off. It's like 12 minutes to midnight. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes the mic is good and other times the mic won't pick anything up. I'm glad the mic's picking it up. The phone's a bit weird at times, you know. But I'm glad you can hear the fireworks. Probably going to have a lot of fireworks in about 10 minutes. It's been a few years since I've actually stayed up this late, you know. Oh yeah, it is comfy. Like 2 throw blankets, some cushions. Besides my bed, this is the really comfy place. Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. It is in the public domain, so that's why I was reading it out loud. I've not actually read the book before, so every time I start reading it, I want to live stream it. I mean, I'm not good with some words. I do stumble. I know I'm English. Even I have a bit of a trouble with the English language. I think I might have like dyslexia or something. I should be tested for it. Thank you. Not many people say I'm articulated. I've had comments on previous videos and sort of saying I mumble, but I'm not that good with talking out loud in, you know, outside and all that. So thank you for saying my beard is cool. I don't do really that much really, besides a trim one about once a month. Like you keep the sides down and all that. It's low maintenance, as I would say. Well, I was blonde when I was a kid, so probably as I got older, my hair got a bit more brown in it, making it ginger. And I don't really mind. Makes me a bit unique. It's like some people when they start off blonde and get darker as the years go by, as I understand it. 34. I'll be 35 in February. Like most people say I look more 40-ish than 30. I look younger. Oh, if I shave this off, I'll probably look like 19 or something. I look much younger. Not often I get that. Yeah, the beard people look older. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, beard does make people look older. Yeah, the amount of times I've never got, I've never got ID'd at like pubs or at the shops. Like even when I was 17, going to college, I had a bit of a bum fluff going on. No one questioned me. No one asked me for ID with it. Yeah. So I was kind of the popular guy in college. Be able to buy the beer. Like, yeah, yeah. The beards tend to make you look older, and people stop asking. I thought as much. But yeah, no one really asked me for ID until I went to the US a few years ago. Buying beer there, you always get asked in the US. Don't know why. Nowhere else I've got ID'd. Don't know what the state is in Mexico. Well, US always got ID'd, but here in the UK or elsewhere, never been ID'd. Oh, very early, eh? How early would you say? Like, yeah, teenagers or early teens, huh? Pretty much the same in the UK. A lot of people tend to stop drinking in the early teens. Like a lot of people tend to want to try the alcohol and all that. The sooner the better. Though some may say that's a bad idea for kids and teens and that be drinking. Yeah, 5 minutes before midnight. Right, let's see. You're in Mexico. So you're 5-6 hours behind me. I mean, I would love to go to Mexico. Though I might have to learn some Spanish. 5:56. Okay, about. The ladies would love me, eh? I could do a girl on my arm. So if I go to Mexico and find a good woman, I'd be happy. I'd be a happy man. Oh, yeah, that's the plan. Next year, go to Mexico and find me a good woman. I've heard a lot about Mexican women being all good and such. And I've seen in the movies and TV shows that there are some good women in the Mexico. I'd go see in the Americas, but I don't know how accurate that would be. Yeah, so Mexico next year. We'll see how things go. Good, pardon me, going up. Yeah, very cheap. Yeah. Yeah, I do watch quite a few cheap alcohol and food. Yeah, I've seen quite a few YouTubers who travel about the world and all that. Some going from North America down to the bottom of South America in Chile and that, and they people show off in Mexico being all cheap and all that. I've heard Americans going over the border for cheap medicine. And there's the fireworks, 2 minutes early. Right, people celebrating. So, I mean, yeah, got a minute left. So I'm pretty much going off from the phone's clock, so that's a bloody lot of stuff. Let me see. Yeah, all over. Fireworks going all over. Aye. So yeah, maybe this coming year or the next year after, I'll see about booking a flight to Mexico, and Happy New Year. And of course, Happy New Year for you in a few hours. I'm glad that some people actually came in and started talking. And someone's got the music on as well. Right, Happy New Year. Let's hope this year is a good one. No more heartbreak. I'm from the Chester area, but I'm living in Glasgow. I'm pretty sure I hear like a vuvuzela or something somewhere. Pretty sure I heard someone playing some kind of trumpet. Pardon me, going up. Oh, aye. Scotland is pretty cool. As long as you don't mind the rain. We've been getting quite a lot of rain in the past month or so. Like riding my bike to work has been a pain. Big old puddles have riding through, soaking me. But during the summer, pretty good. Like late spring to early autumn, it's a good time to actually be coming over if you get the chance to. Like Glasgow is pretty nice. I've not actually been to Edinburgh before. I was meaning to go over this last December, but kind of got a bit swamped with work and all that. Got some local fireworks. I know I've not eaten since last year. I might lose weight. I might wither myself to death. Blimey. So, are you two still in Mexico or are you in the US? I know there's been a lot of people hopping the border the past few years, especially especially since the old Trump thing. Texas. I would love to go to Texas. I mean, I hear Dallas is a nice place to visit, considering what happened to JFK. 20 minutes from the border. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it. I watch a few Texans on YouTube, and they seem rather nice. It seems like a nice state to visit. Yeah, I would like to visit Dallas, see where JFK was shot. I mean, granted, that is a bit morbid, but hey yo. I mean, I'm guessing that's like a big tourist attraction, where people stand on the grassy knoll and all that. You'll protect me from the assassins, huh? Good to know. Yeah. The only place I've been in the US is Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh. I absolutely love Pittsburgh. Like, my ex-girlfriend lives close to Pittsburgh, so pretty much I kind of wanted to actually move there too. But me and my ex broke up, and that dream fell through. At least for now, anyway. So yeah. I would love to. Yeah, her loss. Exactly, her loss. I like your thinking. It was not my loss, it was hers. I'm such a good guy, nice guy and all that. If she didn't want me, sucks to be her. I mean, granted, her parents and brother were pretty nice. They did give me a few Christmas gifts when we were dating. I mean, me and my ex-girlfriend, not me and them. But yeah, I still got those gifts. Still use them. Why waste good gifts? I would love to go back. I would love to go back to Pittsburgh. Maybe see Philadelphia. Actually see New York City, Texas. Would love to see what's it called? Alaska. Yeah, there's a lot of places I would love to visit in the US. If I ever get the chance to. Have you? About a few months here and there. Like, we were together over a few years. Me and my ex-girlfriend. No, I've not actually tried a Philly cheesesteak. There's a Philly cheesesteak restaurant that opened up here in Glasgow. I should actually go down and actually try their stuff, because a lot of people say this is a good thing to try. Oh, I like Mexican. I like well, Mexican food, of course. I do like American food. Like, I mean, granted, I don't like the apple sauce or whatever it is. Like you get around like Christmas time. I tried it, don't like it. You know, I've not actually tried apple cider. That's one thing I regret in trying when I was in the US. Like, I always put it off. I always put the apple cider off. Yeah, I don't like apple sauce. I tried it once, like, like, to me it's a bit bland. I mean, granted, I'm English. I grew up with like greasy food and fish and chips and all that stuff we Brits have. Don't know if you've ever been to the UK and tried any English or Scottish or Welsh or Irish food, but yeah, fish and chips are good. But the like food in Britain is completely different to the US. It may not, yeah, haggis does not look appetising, but it is rather nice. You should try it once. Like, granted, it is like a lot of herbs, spices, minced, what was it, mutton, minced mutton in a sheep's lung. I mean, it does sound gross as all heck, but it does taste nice. If you ever come over, you should always at least try it. I've tried it a few times and I like it. Like, I don't really have it that often because it's bloody difficult to cook. At least for me anyway. It's difficult to cook. Like, I am someone who likes spicy food, so Indian food and Mexican food. I don't often go live. I went live today because the New Year's. And I thought, but if people want to see more live streams from me, then I'll go live more often. Like, yeah, and with me, how I of my work, doing 12-hour shifts, 3 to 4 days a week. So maybe I should go live a bit more often. And maybe since I'm reading through this, I read this more often. Yeah, and once I've read through this on the stream, I've only had a few Mexican foods that my ex-girlfriend showed me, made and all that, tacos and all that. I suppose mostly it really, it's the tacos and such. Yeah, the fireworks go strong here in Glasgow. Every year, past 3 years, non-stop fireworks. It happens here in Glasgow, it happens all over the UK. Especially around New Year's and Guy Fawkes Night, if you know anything about that. Yeah, I would love to try a lot more Mexican food. And if I ever get the chance to actually go to Mexico, I would definitely try as much as I can. Because I do like spicy food. And from what I understand, Mexican is kind of similar to Indian food. I mean, it's different, but very similar spiciness. Oh yeah, there's yeah bonfire night, Guy Fawkes night, whatever you want to call it. It's a night. Nowadays it's mostly for the kids, you know. A lot of like candy apples and all that, you know, like a lot of sweetie stuff. A big up, usually like a big fire and all that. At least that's what happened when I was a kid. Don't know what it's like going up. I don't know what it's like nowadays, because you know the whole environmental friendliness as awareness and all that. So I don't know how popular a big bonfire would be, but then again that doesn't stop most people having a bit of a bonfire. Yeah, like a lot of British people love the that stuff. Well, no, I was not in the military. That's not from trying, because I wanted to be in the military. I applied for a few positions in the military a few times in my 20s and such, but I never heard anything back. Don't know why. Maybe it's beard, maybe you know, long hair. Like maybe I did not have the qualifications or whatever. I don't know, but I would have loved to be in the military. Because I mean I am quite the rebel, but I get stuck. I do get stuck into into anything. Yeah, you give the military vibes. Well, I do have some family members who've been in like the Air Force and such. So I probably got influenced by them. I've had a few friends who've been in the military, so I probably got influenced by them as well. Oh yeah, definitely. They would have had a great soldier. I mean, granted, I would have hated having like short hair, clean shaven, and all that, but I would have. From what I've heard from like family and the friends, it's a good experience. It helps with building character and all that. But yeah, like you say, their loss. Like if this whole Russia thing with going on, we might actually have to be drafted. Who knows? Hopefully not. Hopefully there's not World War III. But if it does, I'm definitely signing up. Because fuck that. So, because fuck Putin. And which is something we all can agree on. Yeah. Yeah. I tried getting into the Air Force, into the ground foot people. You know. Yeah. No World War III, please. Yeah. I second that. Or third, or first. Yeah. Hopefully there won't be a World War III, and hopefully yeah, what's his name would kick Putin's arse. I forgot what his name is. Bloody hell. You know what I mean. You know who I mean. He's been doing a great job over there, pushing back Putin and his lackeys. Kaboom. Hopefully he'll push him back and Putin will crumble to dust. From what I've heard, Putin's got a lot of health issues. I don't wish death on anyone, Or, to be fair, Putin's done a lot of shit over the past who knows how many years. So it's quite, if he does die, it's his own fault, really. Okay. See you. Hope you subscribe. And maybe I'll do another live stream soon. I'll definitely do more videos with some Glasgow tours and such, because, yeah. I hope you have a good New Year's Eve and such. And thanks for chatting. You subscribed? Thank you. I hope to see your name pop up again. I know I probably have a lot of random stuff, and random videos here and there, but I'll try to stick to a schedule and all that jazz. Like at least every Monday, at least some kind of video. And all that jazz. What time is it? 20 past 12 in the morning. Blimey. Well, since it's 20 past 12, might as well end the stream. So until next time, total pip, if I can get to the phone. Let's see, end.